So tonight for dinner, we're gonna make pra-RAM tofu. It's like one of Brian's favorite dishes, and I never make Thai type food, so I figured tonight I would give it a little bit of a try and see if I can do. If you don't know what pra-RAM tofu is, it's either steamed or fried tofu. Today we're gonna fry the tofu on top of a bed of spinach, on top of a bed of rice with peanut sauce over it. So should be pretty easy, and it has like a decent. So we have our basics. We're gonna do a cup of rice for us. We have spinach to steam. We've got organic tofu and Louisiana fish fry with some vegetable oil to fry the tofu, and all of the ingredients for the peanut sauce: lime, tamari, sesame, peanut, ginger, sambal, olek. So we'll get our basic part out of the way, my least favorite part of cooking, which is making rice. We'll do 2 cups of water, put it in a pan, put it on the stove to boil, and then we're gonna add a cup of rice to it once the boils happen. I fucking hate rice. Water's boiling. Let's dump that cup of rice in there. Wait till it boils, then I'll reduce the heat on that, and I guess it already is still boiling, so what I'm gonna do is reduce the heat, cover it, and let that cook. The rice is on, and what I did was I went ahead and set this up. I'm going to turn it on and heat it in a minute after I make the sauce, but I put about an inch worth of oil at the bottom of the pan so that we can easily fry the tofu in it. And then I set up this to steam the spinach. Please don't laugh about my colander missing a little thing. I'm just going to try to put the spinach on one side. Whatever, we make do with what we have, right? I mean, it's just about a good meal, right? Right? Spinach doesn't really take a long time to cook, so we'll hold off on that. We're going to get to doing the sauce first now, because frying the tofu and the spinach, that shit's going to be super, super easy and quick to do. So let's just get into doing peanut sauce. You can use whatever you want to blend this up, but we're going to do a half a cup of peanut butter into the blender, and then about a tablespoon of sambal olek, couple shakes of ginger, tablespoon tamari, teaspoon sesame oil, and half a lime. I forgot also that we're going to do a teaspoon of rice vinegar into the sauce mix that we have right there. So as you can see, the sauce is still a little bit thick. What we're going to do is gradually add a tiny bit of water to it and keep blending so that it thins out. Just do it according to how thin or thick you want your peanut sauce to be. So I blended it up, and it didn't end up being as sweet as I wanted it to be, so I'm going to fold in a tiny bit of brown sugar. I was trying to avoid putting sugar into this, but it's kind of crucial for the sauce, and maybe a little bit more tamari sauce into it. So here's how the peanut sauce turned out, and I asked a bona fide peanut sauce connoisseur what he thought about it. What was your feeling?
Perfect and delicious.
All right, cool. So let's get to the rest of our recipe. Here's a vital step that I think a lot of people overlook. I fortunately found this like crazy tofu press that gets a lot of the water out at like the dollar store down the street. But you definitely need to make sure that most of your water is out before you fry up a tofu. Duh. So we put the spinach in, and now we're going to heat up our oil so that we can start getting the tofu fried. The rice is looking real nice, and the peanut sauce is pretty much fucking done. We are almost there. Now that we got a lot of the excess moisture out of the tofu, what we're going to do is cut it in half, and then cut little slices down there and cut that in half, so you have like little tiny squares to fry up. So our tofu is cut up, and we're basically just going to roll the tofu cubes in the Louisiana all-natural fish fry, which is just cornmeal and corn flour, so it is 100% gluten-free, and put them all to the side. So we've breaded a decent amount of these tofu cubes. We're going to go ahead and stick them in the fryer. I've got my trusty tongs? Tonsil? Yeah, tongs. And I'm going to pick them up and throw them in the hot oil. This is so sick. I love deep frying. I'm disgusting. Bro, look at those little tofu cubes. They look so sick. Once those are done, we're going to throw the rest of those in the oil. And then we should be almost good to go to serve our fucking dinner. I am so amped about this. These turned out so good. Damn, I'm like real proud. Alright, let's assemble our plates. We got our rice ready, our spinach ready, our tofu ready, and our peanut sauce ready. Let's make it happen. Here we go. Here's our end result. We'll come back with a taste test, and Ryan's going to tell you whether he likes it or not. Hopefully he does, because I worked kind of hard on this. That's pra-RAM tofu. Enjoy.